Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Brotherman's Credit Challenge, day number 1. Today, I'm going to be challenging you to pull your credit reports and to obtain your credit score. So I'm going to show you, we're going to discuss a couple of ways to do that. And I'm going to invite you to let me know once you pull your report, once you've pulled your score, let me know in the Facebook group. And so we can celebrate. Of course, don't share no personal information. Don't share none of that stuff. I don't, that's none of my business. But I just want to know if you pulled your report today, or if you get a chance to pull your credit score, or both. We're going to celebrate that. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you how we can go about getting your credit score. Now, your credit. First, we're going to deal with the credit report. So, credit report. Why it's important to start there. You can't fix your credit if you don't know where you're at. You can't go from, if you have a destination, if you're going on a trip, let's say you're going to New York, but if you don't know where you're at, how are you going to get there? The same thing with credit. You need to know where you are at, where you're starting at. You need to know what you're working with. And the credit report is going to help you to do that. Getting your credit score is going to help you to do that. So let me share with you how we can go about doing it. How to get your report. There's a couple different ways. The main way I would recommend getting your report is annualcreditreport.com. Matter of fact, you can get your reports 2 different ways. You can get the free way and the pay way, for lack of a better term. And so here I'm in my work truck here. But I had to share this information with you. So we're going to share the screen. We're going to go to a Chrome tab. Let's go to annualcreditreport.com. Now, annualcreditreport.com, this is the free way. Normally, you would, annualcreditreport.com, the reason why it's named that, this is what the website that the bureaus use to give you your free credit report once annually. Now, because of COVID, you can actually get weekly credit reports through April. So I advise you to take advantage of that. You definitely want to take advantage of that. All right. So you just go to annualcreditreport.com. So take you to the home page now, and you just click right here where it says request your free reports. You click that, and then it's going to ask you some personal information. So that part I'm not going to go through because that's something that you'll have to do. But you hit request your free credit report. It's going to ask you some personal information, and then I think it does that for each bureau: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So you get that free report per bureau. And each bureau is going to ask you some personal information. So you just answer the questions. If you got to answer them correctly. If you answer any of the questions incorrectly, it's going to force you to mail. They're going to have you apply to mail you your credit report. So, but if you answer the questions correctly, you can download the credit report online. What I normally do is once I get that report, I print to PDF so I can save it on my computer, or you can just print it straight to your printer. But that's free. This is the free way. This is the way that you can get your credit report. Give yourself about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, okay, to do this. But it's very important that you do this. Now, let me stop that. A second way in which you can obtain your credit report is the paid way. Now, this website I recommend, MyFICO, is what we're going to use. I'm going to show you MyFICO. And so here's a website called MyFICO. Now, the difference, of course, they'll give you MyFICO is a website that gives you they can get you your credit report from all 3 bureaus. Of course, you have to pay. You can pay on a subscription basis, or you can pay for a one-time basis. So as you see now, and depending on what you sign up for, the basic gives you your Experian, I believe, or I think it gives you one bureau. And then, of course, you get other features if you subscribe to their monthly services. However, you don't have to subscribe to them unless that's what you just want to do. Let's go to pricing, and let's check one-time reports. So now you can get one bureau report, or you can get all three for a price. Now, the reason why you would mess with my FICO is that this not only gives you the credit report, it also gives you the credit score, and that's very important. So that just the more information, the better off that you're going to be. Now, there's other ways to get credit score. I'm going to touch on that in just a moment, but this will give you a credit score on whatever bureau that you're dealing with. So Experian, they're going to give you a FICO score. The other two will give you Vantage 3.0 scores, I believe. And so you can elect to get one report or multiple reports. And what you'll find out with my FICO, especially if you get the Experian report, you'll find out that there's a bunch of different scoring methods that you need to pay attention to. But the reports will show you what items, both positive and negative, will show up on your report. And so my FICO will give that to you along with the score. So I highly encourage you to get that information. You can't fix your credit if you don't know where you're at. So you can do it the free way or the pay way. I've done them both. When I started this, I did the free way, and I use that information to get 4 collections removed. But then, and I just recently tried my FICO just to see where I was and where I needed to go, what other additional steps I needed to take. So you have that, which option you decide to do, it's up to you, basically. So let me stop sharing this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example of what a credit report looks like. Chrome tab. Here it is. We're going to look at an Experian credit report. And let me take myself out of the loop here. Here we go. So we're going to look at an Experian credit report. Now, John Q customer. So we got John Q customer. He's got his personal information here. The credit report's going to show you what's on your credit report, both positive, negative, and what you want to look for. You want to come here and look for, just to make sure, you look for things like errors, like whether or not your name is spelled correctly. My name ain't John Q, it's John E. Consumer. They'll give you a report number, report date. Now, if you're looking to repair your credit, you definitely want to pay attention to this section right here, potentially negative items. All 3 credit reports have this section. They may word it a little bit differently, but that is where you want to definitely pay attention. John Q Consumer has I believe it's what is this? A public item on his report. Could be a bankruptcy, could be unpaid bill that he got judge deemed him liable for. He could have paid this thing, but it's still showing up in his credit report. So he can use this information to go and write Experian and challenge this information and possibly get it removed. Now they may verify it, and we'll go over that process. I think I'm going to touch on that process tomorrow about how to get negative items removed from your report. So, but these are the negative items. That's what you want to write down. So you write down your negative items that you want to put a game plan to attack for, but you also want to pay attention to your other items that are in good standing. So here we've got a credit item, ABCD Banks, and this, I believe, is still in good standing. It might be closed, so Main collection. Oh no, these are negative items. I'm sorry. So these are other negative items on here. Okay. This shows a past. It shows a late payment. So this is another item he could address, a collection that he can address, and he disputed this item. We'll talk about that tomorrow, how you go about disputing. Here's what I meant to go to. Accounts in good standing. So when he's looking at his credit report, he wants to take note of these notes of accounts in good standing because he wants to keep them in good standing. It tell you the reported balances, how much you're paying a month, and so that's in good standing. He's got another account in good standing. Now he closed this account. I don't know why he did this. And we'll talk about this later about why he shouldn't have closed it. Maybe he just paid it. Maybe what kind of loan was this? High balance, credit limit. This is a credit card, it looks like. And I don't know why he closed it, but we'll talk about that. He was never late on this, but for some reason he closed this account. John Q, you need to take part in the challenge. And so here's some other. Now he can also look at his inquiries. Your credit report will show you your inquiries. These were from other, looks like a mortgage place. So there's 3 inquiries there showing up on his report. Then he's got other requests, inquiries made by him. So, and then personal information, your credit report, you want to review this information because look how his name is spelled on his report. So you got John Q Consumer, then you got Jonathan, and you got JQ. So he has to go through and review and make sure that they're that his name is spelled properly, number one, then make sure he doesn't have another John Consumer showing up on his report. And this can happen because I can tell you, let me pull myself back up here. This could happen because I'm the 4th. And so when I first started repairing my credit, I noticed that my dad's name, it showed up on my report for an item. And so, I had to address that issue, but I can only see that when I pull my credit report. So, but I wanted to show you that that's an example of what a credit report looks like. You definitely want to take your time to pull your credit report. I challenge each and every one you watch, every person watching this video, go pull your credit report today. Get your credit score. And matter of fact, you can get your credit score in multiple different ways. I showed you my FICO. That's one. Also, two, now when you go through and you pull your credit reports, when you go through Experian, you can sign up for the Experian app. Now, Experian is going to try to sell you a bunch of stuff. It's up to you if you want to buy that. But if you sign up for their app, and you sign up for free, I believe, or whatever their lowest price thing is, they'll give you the FICO score to your app, to that app when you download the Experian app. So after you pull your Experian credit report, go through and download the app, set up an account, and you can get your FICO score through the Experian app. So that's number one. Number two, a lot of people use Credit Karma. That's number three. You can get credit scores. Now, theirs are going to be Vantage 3.0 scores that you get from them, which may give you a different result than the FICO. And sometimes you can get your scores through your credit card. So if you have a credit card account, you can check your credit score through your credit card company. You just download their app, and they may have that option to give you this credit score. So those are different ways you can get your credit score and your credit report. Doesn't take long, just takes a few minutes, but I challenge each and every one of you to do it today. And when you do it, go back in the group, just make a post, say, I pulled my credit report. Let me know if you were surprised or if you're happy with the result. So let me know if you're surprised, you're happy. and let me know if you pulled your credit score. If you're able to do that, let me know in the group. And so, but I wanted to show you how to pull your credit report and talk about how to get your score. See, because that's the beginning, the fundamental step to repairing your credit. You got to know what you're dealing with. You have to know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know once you pull your credit reports, post it in the group. Of course, don't share no personal information. We don't need to know that. But just let me know if you pulled your reports, if you pulled your score, and hope you have a fantastic afternoon.